What's going on? What's going on? See how the stream's doing. Yeah, we're good, we're good, we're good, I think. Yeah, we're good. Alright. Pound yen retracing this push up. Man, I knew it was going to get a nice pullback when it failed to break 198. It just wasn't closing above. Need a bottom wick for this 6 o'clock candle too, the new 4 or the old 4-hour candle. Yeah, I think we're going to get a good retracement on GJ. Alright, let's start with the daily. So the daily had a very strong start this morning. She broke Friday's high and just it was pushing way before PMIs this morning. It was just pushing. And now it looks like it's retracing. Oh, it's a big retracement. So daily's still bullish. I don't know if it's gonna pull all the way back and flip bearish, but 100 pips away from doing that. The 4-hour, so the 4-hour respected the previous 4-hour high, and now we're getting this pullback. And look, see 6 o'clock, no bottom wick right there. So I think we might pull back a little bit more. So I'm looking for a retest of this broken resistance down here. So this whole area, 196.8 ish, for GJ to pull back, create a support, and then continue bullish. So that's what I'm waiting for pounds yen. Alright, gold. So gold had a massive gap up, about 120 pips, I believe it was. 120 pip gap up this morning on gold. Big push. I think that's due to, you know, the US saying they dropped some bombs on Iran. Crazy news. But structure wise, even though we've had the gap up, we still pushed all the way down. Didn't break Friday's low, and now it looks like gold is retracing. So we've created, I mean, we had the push up on Friday, we've got a pullback, and now we're creating a support potentially to continue bullish. Looks like gold needed to fill this gap first before it continued up. But I mean, 4-hour structure, it looks bullish. Really, for some solid buys, it needs to break above 33.96. Yeehaw, hello. 33.96 for some solid buys and more of a clean range up. Got the 30 minute. Yeah, 30 minutes has been slowly pushing up. So I need some structure on gold. To get into anything. For pound yen to get into any sells, probably need either a retest or just some downtrend structure. Can't get into any sells after this closure, it's too far away. Got a nice little drop for GJ. How long till this candle closes? Alright, just under 4 minutes. Alright, so if pound yen creates a support here on the next candle and then closes back in the range, and I think it will continue up. Or if it pulls up, retests this broken support, and then breaks the lows, then I think it will take some buyers going down, sells going down, sorry. I just don't like these ranges on gold. That gold is gone. Rosie, what's good? What's good? What's good? I still think GJ is gonna push up, to be fair. Man, so this morning I was actually looking at some gold sells down here after it was holding above this support, so like a continuation pattern, and then I wanted to get in when it broke these highs, but I didn't like these wicks to the left, and then every time I look back the price is just higher and higher, and it finally closed above, but there just wasn't much volume breaking the highs. And then 12 o'clock just shot up and left me. Crazy. GJ is still bullish, creating structure. I think so. I think it just needed a pullback because this was quite a decent push up. It finally broke these 4-hour highs. Yo, so last week's trade actually hit break even, which is so unfortunate. So annoying. So it was around, yeah, because this was the resistance. Yeah, this was the resistance here. It had the breakout, got into the buys. Where was it? Around up here, I think, if I remember correctly. No, it was down here. This price got in. And then there was a minor resistance to the left right here. So this is the area I was watching. I had an alert set. I said once price hits 69.3, or I think I had it at 0.7 to be fair, just round number, I'm going to move my stops to break even. And I'm either going to be break even or the trade's going to hit TP. My TP was about here. and it, as you can see, it pushed, tapped into 190.7, and then it just dropped and then stopped me out at break even, which is a shame, really. It's a shame, especially to see this morning gold, I mean GJ just shot up. So I mean the bias was still correct, I guess. Just didn't want to push. In fact, it came back for the retest, which is, it was kind of expected. So say this was the resistance, literally same thing that happened the day before. Had a strong breakout, retested the breakout level, and then continued back up. It would have been this, yeah, right here. Look, still got resistance there. Up, retrace, push back up. Quite annoying. Alright, so new 1 o'clock candle open. Close below. Close below, pretty much got the retest with the top wick. So we should get a wick film, continue down, I guess. Let's see if we break this low, or if we create a support to continue up. Alright, gold's coming back down, that's good. Would love for gold to create some structure if it's going to continue up, because we've had all of this bullish movement. So just a little pullback. That'd be great. Gold breaking that previous 30-minute low. What's good, Benny? What's going on? What's going on? Let's just see what GJ does. Let's see if it stays below this support or if we close back in a range. Because even though we don't have a bottom wick on this 6 AM candle, we also don't have a top wick on this 12:30 candle. So we could get another retest of this resistance before it comes back down, or if we get a closure above, then GJ is going to continue up. GJ sells. I think GJ is too bullish for sells at the moment. For me anyway. For me. I'm not really liking how much of a bottom wick this candle closed with. The 12 o'clock candle. 12:30 candle, sorry. Closed with quite a long bottom wick, so you know, typical entry would be a break of this low. But yeah, how it's closed, I don't really like it. Now this gold pullback is nice, but can't take sells on the first bearish candle. Need some structure, but this is a nice drop though, nice pullback. 35 pips so far. See if gold holds above this broken resistance. 33, 66, 65. See if it holds. Okay, Rosie, you want GJ buys today. You missed the first push, waiting for support. Yeah, I missed the buys up too, man. Look, nice continuation pattern at 6. Totally didn't see that. By the time I got to the charts, started looking at it, price was already up here. Then I saw this pullback. It created this support, but you know, it's a weak support. I was thinking continuation pattern down, so I was actually waiting for the sells once this low was broken. As you can see, that didn't happen. Price continued up, therefore respecting this support. And then we had this bearish candle. Now 9:30 was the PMI news, and it wasn't mixed, but we had some good data and then some as expected. But the good numbers were still low. So good numbers are above like 50. A good reading for that news, PMIs, is above 50. The numbers came out like 48, 49, but more than the forecast. So overall it was, I guess, good, because you want as expected or better numbers, which it came out as. But I mean, it pushed up, didn't break this previous high, and then just closed very weak bullish. And since then we've just been holding below this resistance, 198, which is obviously a very good, strong psychological level. And we're having a pullback now, so that's where we're at with GJ. Look at gold. So now we wait. Now this is a really strong pullback on gold here. GJ still pushing down. Okay. Oh, 15-minute looks good. 15 continuation pattern looks very good. See if you get another closure, a little minor closure below 197.57. Yep, got the closure. Should continue down here. Big pullback for gold. Alright, so if we can get a bottom wick, maybe just tap into this resistance, pull back up. Next candle respects this low, and then we push up. Ooh, okay. Here we go, gold. Now, if gold decides to close back in this range, then I think we can get further sells down into this 4-hour support. How big is this 30-minute candle? It's a big candle. 170 pips. Nearly 200 pip candle. Crazy pullback. Where's GJ? Is it breaking this low yet? Not yet. Alright, see how far gold drops. See how far gold drops. Oof, GJ is breaking that low. Monday sell-offs. That's what it looks like we're getting. Monday retracements. That's what we should call it. Monday retracements. Now gold's back in this range. Wow, look at this 4-hour candle. It's about to close bearish. Just once it flips. Barely a bottom wick on this candle too. That candle's been bearish. Hopefully we don't create a range like we did last week. Last week was still very horrible. But this Monday is already looking a bit better than last Monday. Look, this was last Monday, then we had that random drop. No, it was after the news. That drop came. But I mean, we've had more price action today. It's a bit cleaner. Alright, let's see how this 30-minute candle closes in 5 minutes. Sold right back into the Asian range. Makes sense. Oh. Well, it looks like we're not going to get that support on pound yen on this candle. GJ still coming down. Might have another chilled Monday today. I don't mind. Let the market set up for the week as per usual. Alright, so 130 candles opening. Pound yen still pushing down. Alright, gold closed back in the range. So let's see if gold creates a top wick, decent top wick, and then breaks this low. Depends how big the top wick is, but I mean it's 62, like about 50 pips. About 50 pips to the low now. To the low of this range. So if the stop loss, damn, GJ is really breaking this whole, filling this whole range. Oh, gold. Was actually thinking about a gold entry right here. I did want more of a top wick. It's not quite pulling up to where I want it. Damn it. I'm a little bit annoyed, just slightly missed it. Ah, it is what it is. It is what it is. What can you do? Benny, I got into gold sales. Oh, yeah, you caught it. Nice. nice. I was actually I was looking for a bit more of a top wick, but it just dropped, didn't it? It just really just pushed and broke this low, so I couldn't really get in. Let's see if GJ makes a top wick to come down. But I need to see some structure on pound yen before anything. Either retest of that broken support, or at least some type of just a little pullback. Could be a bit lower. Something like that for GJ. Is it too late for gold? Is it too late? Might not be. Like I said, I was looking for a little bit more of a top wick. Yeah, these gold cells are nice. These gold cells are very nice. All the way to the bottom of the range, or at least to 33.55, like this first little support here. And I'm sure there's Asian lows around here. Yeah, let's see if it pushes all the way down. Hey William, you good? Appreciate the compliments, but no compliments necessary. Appreciate you though. How's it going, man? Maybe a continuation pattern on GJ would be nice. Weak bullish candle. Do we sell? I'm waiting for GJ to either create some structure, a little pullback, and then continue. So I need to see how this candle closes first. But Benny caught the gold cells right here. These were the cells, gold right here. Yo, Bob, what you saying? What you saying, man? Just missed the entry, man. Vex. But you know, so it go. This is the trade right here. Closure back below. Was waiting for a bit more of a top wick. Switched to DJ, came back. Price had already pushed. It's a shame, man. It might be too late to sell gold in here. Might be too late. If you're only going for a small amount of pips, you don't want to just jump in. If this was a swing trade, you can get in. Your entry doesn't have to be exactly on point because you're holding for longer. But if you get in now, your risk reward is very low. Look, 40 pips. Yeah, man. I kind of want the GJ cells, but not yet. Need to wait for structure here. How was my weekend? My weekend was nice, man. It was nice. It was nice. Went out, cooked at a barbecue. That was nice. Went to a little event yesterday, then a shisha bar. That was nice. You know, take advantage of the good weather while it's here, because it ain't gonna last long. Yeah, GJ's setting up nicely for sales. Oh, gold's pulling back up. See, this is why you don't jump in the middle of a candle just randomly. Gotta wait. If you jumped in down here, then your stop loss is all the way up here. Your risk reward is probably negative. Yeah, it would be. But yeah, this was the best entry up here. GJ still selling. But Monday is very hit and miss for trades anyway. I like to take my time on a Monday, let the market warm up a little bit, set up for the week, not rush into anything. We had some early pushes, some early moves today. Super early. By the time we got to London session, the moves are done. We just got this range, now retracement. Now let's see how this trade plays out. The thing with gold is it's been creating higher lows, so it could pull back, but if you look, gold could decide to create a support and then push up from here anywhere above, let's say anywhere above 33.55. And then to be fair, this is the new support, resistance. So if it creates a support in here and we get like an engulfing and the next candle breaks this high, then the buyers up look good. Because we've got this clean range to the left. But it has to create a support above. Gold is really chilling now. Closing partials at 33.55. Yeah, that'd be a good place to lock in some, because that's what entries about 33.59, 33.60. Yeah, about 50 pips. Not bad. Pretty clean down. Alright, new 15-minute candle just opened. What's that over there? Let's do that. Yeah, GJ's not stopping for now. I see if gold fills this wick, this bottom wick, continue up, and continue down even, sorry. Just a waiting game now. Just a waiting game. See how gold closes. Oh, let me just be clear. I'm not actually in this trade, but this is a trade that I was looking at. I missed the entry. I missed the initial entry because price pushed down sort of too quick. And then when it did come up, I wanted it to make a longer top wick, which it didn't. But Benny did catch this. So, and I still want to see how it plays out, of course. Oh, GJ's gone. GJ's gone. Alright, so what I'll do normally, I'll set an alert. So I'd have an alert. I'm gonna have my alert right here. Because this is like the broken resistance. So I'll put an alert on. Let's do symbols, condition, message. It'll be GJ retest. That's what I'd call it. And then if price comes down and hits it, then I'll open a chart again and I'll have a look. I'll wait for support and then I'll buy right back up. I don't know if it comes all the way down here in the next 10 minutes, maybe next 30 minutes. It might create structure as it's coming down, like might be a slow drop. But I do think if it does retest, this is a great place because the broken 30-minute level is the previous 4-hour level. And then we get the rejection or the bounce, support respected, and then retrace. Look at gold. Yeah, see, wanted more of a top wick on this 1-hour candle. I'm glad, not 1 hour, 30-minute candle. Yeah, you gotta be careful with gold, man. This wasn't much of a top wick. So that would be what, 30 pips in drawdown? How's it looking, Benny? Alright, let's see if gold gives us a longer top wick. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. Well, not leave it, but take it off. And that's another thing with candles pushing in the direction of the trade straight away without going in the opposite direction and not creating much of a wick. There's always a high probability of the candle coming back up. So it's either creating a longer top wick now, or it's creating that higher low. That support and higher lows continue up and then close this range. Just need to see how strong this candle's body closes. Let's see what these 4-hour candles are looking like. Maybe that was just the 4-hour making a longer bottom wick, to be fair. I was looking for this 4-hour candle to come down, but I mean 20 pips. 20 pips in 6 minutes, very doable. Alright, come on markets. Another slow start, a lot of movement with no entries. Facts, because I was looking back at how I could have possibly caught the buyers up this morning, and this is the best setup I can see. This continuation pattern on GJ, so we got the closure above the resistance, the continuation candle, I suppose, the second one, and then we had this push up, but that's at 6 o'clock. I never take trades that early, never. ever, and then potentially buys above this candle here when the support formed to push up. That could have been another trade, but no bottom wick on this entry candle. We know price always comes back for that bottom wick, and I mean it did get to 31 pips, but like I said, no bottom wick here, and I was looking for the pattern to continue down. Obviously we just had this little rubbish range. And gold, now gold is a bit of a tricky one, but did get the closure above that resistance was here. We did eventually get a closure above at 10:30, and then 11 o'clock candle just continued up. So I mean, this would have been a really nice trade. A runner probably would have got hit out at break even, but once it closed above, it ran for 120 pips. Did run for 120 pips. So at the end of the day, I'll go over, you know, the setups, potential moves, where they were, what time, and then just recap the day. Even this move, to be fair, I'll journal this move because a nice closure below, back in the range. The only thing that's conflicting is this price is creating higher lows. That's it. Ooh, so now if GJ, we got the weak bullish candle. So we got the weak bullish candle. Now if the next candle we get a little top wick, I don't know if we respect this previous high, but once we break this low, then I'll be looking for sells. Oof. I don't know, man. I don't trust gold right here. This continuation down looks very good. Alright, if gold breaks this previous high, then I think we're going to get that support. So this I can get rid of. Alright, GJ is not making much of a top wick. But if we break this 4-hour low, this pullback is going to be very nice. How big is this range? How big is this? Okay, 38 pips. 24 pip stop loss. Not bad. Not bad. Alright, GJ, looks like it's setting up for these sells. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So we can catch some quick pips right here. Stop loss be above the previous candle high. Come on, GJ. Alright, where's the entry at? Yeah, 197.25. Yeah, I'm not liking gold's price action right now, so I think I'm going to leave gold because there's creating higher lows right here. But the 4 hour just had a wicked rejection, like from this area up here, and closed bearish, but very weak bearish. Yeah, gold is not looking too hot. And GJ looks good to continue down. It's just taking his time, but then, you know, there's still 20 minutes left of this candle anyway. So now if this current candle, if it breaks the previous high, then this trade is no longer valid. Ooh, gold is pushing though. I wonder if gold's gonna rock it up like it did earlier. Alright, didn't break that high. Alright, we'll see how this candle closes. Dum, dum. Right, 15's created a nice support. We've broken that previous 30-minute high. I think the next 30-minute candle, if it closes, I mean, if we close like this on gold, then I'm looking at buyers back up. But it depends on how far this candle pushes. Hopefully not too much. Let's see. This candle's already 87 pips. Jeez. Oof, I've still got 30 minutes before it closes. There's no top wick on this candle too. Let's see what we got going on, man. Gold, man, don't leave us. pound yen, I don't know, it's not really giving us that push down. So this 4-hour bottom might be respected, this 4-hour low. I'm gonna wait for this candle to close and then see what's good. Gold's gone. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, come on, 230. What we got going on? What we got going on? Where's the high of this candle? So 48.6. Yeah, if it breaks 48, if it gets to 49, I'm deleting this sell stop. And then most likely gonna have to wait for structure, which is kind of what I was waiting for before. But this, with this continuation pattern, you know, it was creating a support, and then the support would have been broken, and we would have taken the sells down. So still looking for that. Pull back. Let's see how we close here. So we gotta wait for now that closure. It's looking quite bullish right now. Looking a little bit bullish right now. man. Come on, GJ. Last 5 minutes of the candle is when you usually move. Gold's chilling. Yeah, see, look, broke that previous high, so I'm gonna delete this sell stop, and then I'm gonna have to wait for the structure to form now. I'll wait for these candles to close anyway. Yeah, GJ's pushing up too much. It's a little bit too much. Go on, Goldie, what are we doing here? I wonder if Gold's actually going to fill this wick. But this is it's quite a rejection. Now, bear in mind, obviously, this is the gap up this week. But imagine this didn't gap there. We'd have these wicks here, which we've pushed into and then rejected. And then, yeah, just try to ignore this candle, but price is creating lower highs. Like all these resistances. So, gold is still looking more bearish than bullish, to be honest. It is looking more bearish than bullish. So if this 4 hour candle does manage to flip first 4 hour support. 33.44. GJ pushing up. Well, I got my alert here anyway for the retest. If it doesn't want to come all the way down, do you know, I'm going to set an alert here too. It's going to be support retest right here. All right, New York open, NYSE open. Oh look, nice support created. We got the engulfing. Yeah, I think gold might push up a little bit before it comes down if it does decide to. But yeah, I have no setups here just yet. No setups here just yet. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna let price do its thing. Wait for retests. Yeah, no moves just yet.